welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about the basics of a speed square and talk about a few things that you may not know. They come in different sizes and shapes and colors. The true name is called the Swanson Speed Square or the Swanson Square, and there's a lot of different brands for them, but primarily they're all the same, and what they're meant to do is to speed up your work and to create efficiency when you're doing the work and job that you're doing. And they're made to scribe lines, so to get straight cuts and different things like that. So obviously you can get a 90-degree cut just by taking and doing a 90-degree line here. The other thing is you can flip it around and then and get your angle here, which is basically a 45-degree line there. So there's a lot of different things. We're going to go through all the different things, your angles, how you use it for your hips and valleys, what this diamond is, how you can use it to do some quick measurements and drag the for ripping different boards. So another cool thing with the speed square, I'm using this orange one because it's easier to read and it's got all our options on it, but you can see the 1/4 inch increments here, and so you can actually use this or even 1/16 or an 1/8 inch, and you can use it for ripping your stock. So we could put it at the 2-inch mark here and just put our pencil right in the groove there. And if you get it straight, slide your pencil, and you've got a perfect 2-inch line here for ripping your stock. The other thing with this device here is it's a protractor. So you can see all these numbers along here. So these are your different degrees that are on this. The way it works is it's got this pivot point right here. And with this protractor, let's just make a little mark here. Let's just say that's our pivot point. So we can pivot on that point, and we did a 45-degree angle right here. So we're going to turn this on this pivot point to 45 degrees here. So we're right at 45 degrees. And then we're going to draw our line and scribe our line here. So you can see it gives us a perfect 45 degree by pivoting. So if you need a 35 degree, a 25 degree, you just pivot it to exactly what you need. So we'll do it again here, and we'll make our line where we're going to pivot on. And then here is our degrees. So we're going to pivot on this mark here. And again, we'll do a 45 degrees. So we set it to 45 right there, and then we scribe our line on our stock, and we've got a 45-degree mark. So another cool thing about this square is this is used for a lot of contractors. So in here you have your common cuts, your common rafter cuts, 1 to 30, and then up here you've got your hips and valleys. So I'm going to show you a couple different things. We're going to cover what they call a bird's mouth first, and then we'll do a demonstration of some of these common cuts, just in case you needed to cut a rafter exactly the way it needed to be. Imagine this cut out here, and then this rafter sits up at an angle onto another piece of wood, locks in there. So that's what your bird's mouth is. So this is a real common use for this. So another common use is to make a straight cut. So a lot of contractors will use their saws up against the square and get themselves a straight cut. You can see this is perfect the way it was cut, and you just push up against there. So we made a kind of a demo rafter here. We got our bird's mouth, got our top plate here, And I'm going to show you what you can do with this protractor and how you can find the pitch of your roof just by using a plumb bob. So we've got a makeshift plumb bob that we made up, and it's basically just a string with a weight. I mean, you can buy one if you want, but you want to make sure that you have this dangling freely so that you can find your angle. And let me just get that out of the way there. So right now I'm going to show you our first measurement here. So it looks like it's lining up, and you want to make sure that you're touching this pivot point here, and this is even here. So we're right at 20 degrees. So the difference, I'll show you this. We can find our pitch because we know that we've got from 45 to 20 is 25. I mean, that's simple math. So we go back here, but the difference is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, okay? So now we're going to go up from this, and we're going to measure up. We're going to count up 25. So if we go to 25 here, the difference between, which was the difference between 45 and 20, we can see right here, if we run our line up through here, it's hard to see, but we know that we're a 7 pitch. So we're a 7/12 pitch, or 7-1. Now that we determined our pitch, we need to cut our angle for our rafter. So we're going to take our pivot point and we're going to make a line here, right here, so we have our pivot point to cut our rafter. And as you can see here, we're going to move it. We determined that we're at a 7-to-1 ratio. And so we're going to mark it at 7 here, and then we're going to scribe our line on the stock. So now you've got your line, you make your cut, and then your fascia board is going to match up perfectly to what you're doing. So those are the basics of the speed square, and there's other things that are common in this. Those are the most common uses when it comes to a speed square. And I appreciate you watching this. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification if you want my other videos. I did a lot of shorts on different tips on the speed square, so if you're looking for those, just go to my channel. And but I'd love to see your comments below and see what kind of speed square that you're using, how long you've used it,